The problem with this country, they obtain the Western tradition. That is the problem of this country. The problem of this country, how will you try to legalize a weed whereby it's trying to destabilize a lot of youths? Youths are being yeyelized by this weed. Why will you want to legalize weed? Weed shouldn't obtain the Western culture. And I'm pleading to Nigerians that we should fall back to our culture and develop our culture. Yes, because we going to the Western culture will not favor us. Now at times you see, I heard of some youth, they smoke sock away. Yes, they are smoking sock away, and they, according to what they said that that one they hide them pass.
The disadvantage will far outweigh the advantage because we know as a country, Nigeria, we have a country whereby we know our youths are quite they are not employed. Most of them, are out of jobs, no jobs. So I think if they are to implement anything on marijuana or weed or heroin, I think it will have a drastic negative effect in our country as a whole, because we know these products are out there and we have been seeing the devastating effects. Because if you ask me now, I know there are places where these things are they are being sold on the street. So I think it has a great negative impact because we are in an economy where the youths, who are mostly victims of these drugs, they are very vulnerable. So I think it should not be actually implemented.
It is not out of place if cannabis has to be legalized. It is a thing of choice. The federal government, though, said it is harmful to the health. Yes, that is tobacco. This cannabis you see is vegetable. Yes, it's vegetable. Just like you eat ogu, you eat every other vegetable. Natural from God. It has no nicotine. It has no artificials, or artificial input in it. It is a natural substance that if you wish to take it, because it also have some psychological benefits if you take it. The government said it should be regulated. Oh, sorry, that is my opinion. It should be regulated. Like in some other countries outside the globe, some other countries outside Nigeria, it has been legalized. Like Jamaica and Arizona stand to be corrected. In the UK, yes, there are some countries that have adopted this cannabis. Then, to their own rule, it is regulated to the extent that some shop owners have a quantity they will deliver to you or sell out to you.
Hazardous part of the bill passed on cannabis is going to be unhealthy when it's used for smoking. But the economic part, I think it will be good because the pharmaceutical companies can be able to buy, and then I am aware of cannabinoid, as in the oil, the cannabis oil. It is a very good oil, which is a healthy oil for use.
If you should check our street nowadays, these are things that causes harm to our society nowadays. Because many people now, they think it's normal thing. They go out there, they smoke, and they come terrorize others. You can watch now in the night, our night is no longer safe due to guys who smoke in their hemp. I think the government should try and enforce more law concerning that. No, it's a normal thing now for guys. They do take it around. That yes, they catch them, they think it's bailing. And that is what we are facing. And most of our Nigerian police now are involved.
Let it be a government has a farm where they can farm and make sure they will secure that place so that others, masses cannot follow to cultivate. All right? Because it can help us to manufacture drugs. Every drugs in this world, in their hand is there. Without Indian hemp, drugs cannot work in the people's body. All right? So it is good to government to do it and put security. All right? Although there's a disadvantage in the other side. If they legalize it, let everybody begin to farm Indian hemp. Eh? The rate of mad people will be too much. It's not good to legalize it. Everybody will talk to mad people. But if in a government they use their hand, they farm am, it is good. They will know how to protect it.
Or Indian hemp, just as we said, in Nigeria, is very good, it's very important because it's used for drugs. Some of the cream they use to produce cream that women use to rub their hair to be beautiful, for men to attract men to marry them, is used by cannabis. And in some other country, cannabis generates revenue, source of exchange for the country. And cannabis also produce job opportunity. So cannabis is very important, but the aspect that is not advisable is abusing side of it, where the youth go and take and then make themselves drug, and they go about destroying things and life and property. That is the area that government has to look at it. The government should look at the advantage and the disadvantage side of it. So I'm even surprised that whenever government arrests people with cannabis, government now destroy the cannabis instead of giving the cannabis to the pharmaceutical company to make use of the pharmaceutical company and then generate revenue from the society. Government now destroyed it. It now become economic waste. You understand? So the cannabis is very important. You cannot say cannabis should be destroyed. Cannabis should be stopped. No, there's no country that stop cannabis because they use it to produce drugs.